Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because right now, this is the most important part of all, the chat selling, aka appointment setting, aka SDR, aka anything that you want to call it, but it's the part where we actually speak with them in order to get an appointment. And you may think, oh my god, Mauro, but we did already a lot of work. Like we define the ICP, we build a list, we engage with them with comments and like. We'd even send them a vocal message, a video message. I don't send video message to my wife, man. Like, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. I'm sorry. But the reward that you're gonna get after this are gonna be so big that you will be extremely happy of everything we were doing until now. You ready? So let's speak about chat selling and what does it mean? Chat selling means that when somebody reply and there is a conversation that is open, now you have your chance. You have your shot to the title, you're in the ring, and now you gotta win. And remember, here is not about making the sales, persuading them, manipulating them. No, man. Like, it's just a way to let them know in the shortest period of time what is the problem that you solve and how can you help them. That's it. And we're gonna see a few scripts that are working very well until now. And let's go to the whiteboard because I really think that we can provide a lot of value here, a lot of pre-made options. So first thing you gotta remember that like every other sale, chat selling has phases. What do I mean by phases? Phases means that there is a sequence to a sale. So let me ask you this question. Like the last time that you went into a disco or into a pub, into a club, and you see this beautiful girl or this beautiful guy, you want to speak with them. You may even want to date them. Somebody may think like, I want to marry them. Yeah? Let's say that you want to marry them. This beautiful girl, this beautiful guy. And what is the first thing that you do? You want to marry them? You go there and you ask if they want to marry you. Is that correct? No, man, absolutely not. And I don't. If this is your technique, I don't know what is your conversion rate. I hope it's very high, but usually it's very low. Why is that? Because there is a sequence in order to meet somebody and actually be together. What is the first step? Is connecting. Is hey, how you doing? Like, and first, usually you gotta see a little bit of vibration between the two. And if you didn't before the talk, you have in the first 10 seconds. So the first step of every sale is connecting, okay? To connect to the same frequency. And in this case, since we don't have a lot of tools because we are on LinkedIn, we already did the first step is to create trust with a comment that is engaging, that asks them a very interesting question or an interesting statement. The second part about the connection is we show them that we are real people and we took care of the relationship by showing interest, showing time, because we dedicate a little bit of time to them with a vocal message, with a video, or even with a text, right? Now, the second part is like the first part is about connecting. And if they reply, we go into the second phase, that is the gap phase, right? And gap phase in the chat basically means that you're trying to identify where they are and their problem and what is going to be the ideal outcome, right? This is the gap phase. And this phase ends when they say, okay, that's interesting. Let's speak about a product or service. So in this phase, you go to the third phase, that is the pitch phase. Now we're gonna see together all the phases. And you gotta consider one thing. At the beginning, it's better if you keep it very simple, right? Keep it very simple, don't overcomplicate things. Here you go. Ole. Don't overcomplicate things, just keep it simple. But I want to show you the complete picture of all the different stages that you can get in a we're gonna see two parts. One is very easy, the second one is gonna be a little more complex. So phase one, Phase one is connecting. And connecting means also sending the first message, and we are waiting for the reply. Phase two is the gap phase. The gap means understand where they are and the pain that they have and where they want to be and how you can help them. The gap is between where they are and where they want to be, right? The third part is about the appointment booking. So where you go back and forth, you ask, hey, is that okay for you if we do a 15-minute call in order to see how can I help you? Yeah, sure. Okay, what is gonna be the best time for you? Oh, this time. Until there is not a booked appointment, you don't have a sales yet, right? You didn't reach the goal. So this phase is about going back and forth and finding the time, whether you use a Calendly, you just propose a time in the chat, whatever. And this part here, phase four, is the nurturing phase. So let's say that we send a comment, we send them a vocal or video message, they reply, we start asking questions, and at one point they say, yes, I would like to do a call with you, right? And they book an appointment. Now, what do you do from the moment of the appointment being booked and they showing up in the call? Because showing up in the call is very different than booking an appointment. Like you can get the little as 5% show up rate. 100 appointments booked, 5% show up. Will not that be like very sad? That's what happened to a lot of people in LinkedIn. A lot of them. Why? Because they don't master this part here. That is the part of nurturing. Let's say that the call has been scheduled in 3 days. What you want to do is to have at least 2 touch points where you send them some kind of nurturing material, right? For example, a video, short, a reel, a TikTok, whatever, about a specific pain point, and tell them, hey, I think that it's really important for me to watch this video. Can you do that? Yeah, sure. Or you can send them a blog post, or you can send them a case study, or you can send them a small gift, or like a homework to do. For example, in the last company that I scaled to 4 million in 10 months, we asked people to take a photo of every item they bought on Amazon in the last month. Why we do that? I say, like, it's kind of weird. Why do you do that? Because we usually help father with a 9-to-5 job switch into a freelance career with selling online, whether it's Amazon, like Shopify. And we were very successful at that. Like we have amazing case studies. And a lot of people don't really understand the power of e-commerce. So what do we do is to make them realize how much they're already customers and users of e-commerce, whether it's them, their wives, their children, right? So taking a picture is a way in these 2 or 3 days from the moment of booking to the moment of the showing up, that they're thinking about you, because they will not show up if 1, they forget about you, and 2, they don't see enough value to dedicate time and energy to come in the call, right? And with the first thing, they will not forget about you because they're like, this Amazon package. Okay, let me take a picture for the strange guy that asked me to take a picture. Boom. So, and when they show up, you have something to speak about it immediately. Hey, by the way, John, like, do you take a picture of the Amazon boxes? Oh yeah, man, you don't know, like, my career is always at home, man. Like I spend more in boxes on Amazon with my daughter and my wife than I spend on groceries. Crazy. Oh, really? Wow. Would that be good if it was you selling to other people in the same way? Well, I never thought about that. So give them a homework, give them a video to watch, at least 2 touch points. I mean, like 2 short videos, minimum one, maybe a video and a little homework to do that is relevant for them, right? And also this is the nurturing and also reminder phase. You gotta make sure that they don't forget about you. Now, don't send 50 million SMS. Say, hey, tomorrow we have a call. 5 hours before, we have a call in 5 hours. 3 hours before, 3 hours we have a call. 2 hours before, 1 hour. Are you ready? Yes. No, don't do that. It's kind of creepy. Just keep it simple. Now we're gonna see how. So let's go back to all the lists. So step 1 basically is just the moment until they reply. When they reply to you, you go immediately into phase two of the conversation. And in this phase two of the conversation, what I usually tell people to do is just to have a very compelling, qualifying question at the beginning, right? At the beginning, you can just, one of the best openers is I can ask you a question, right? Hey, how you doing, John? I saw your profile, very curious, very interesting. By the way, can I ask you a question? Boom, we wait, they say yes. Usually can ask you a question with a BTW, by the way, or PS, postscriptum. It's like 50 to 60% reply rate, is very good. And after that, you have the most important question that needs to be a question that goes deep enough to have them analyze their own situation and tell you something, but this doesn't have to be like a cop hardcore question, like where you were the night of 7-Eleven. Are you there? No, like this doesn't have to be that, but it needs to be a balance. And for example, one thing that a customer of ours help people move to Estonia for fiscal reason. If you're in Europe, you want to be compliant, pay like 15% taxes, and be in a state that is very extremely technological, is one of the most innovative states in the world. And you don't have to live there. You can live all over the place and have your citizenship and your fiscal residency there in Estonia, in Tallinn. And a question for them is that, have you ever considered setting out your fiscal residency outside of Italy? And for him, because he operates mainly in Italy, but also in Spain, like whatever, internationally in Europe especially. So this is a question that, have you ever considered moving out of Italy for fiscal reasons, right? And it's a yes or no question, very easy to say. And many people may say, yeah, I thought about Dubai, but I'm not sure. Oh, cool. And why we're not sure about Dubai? Or, oh, cool. And why you thought about it? Yeah, because in Italy you have like 40 to 50% taxes, and like it's crazy. They're always trying to get more money for you. This guy from taxes, blah, 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 blah. So with one question, you went straight to the point, and you first of all understand like, no, I never thought about getting out of Italy. Oh yeah, and why is that? Yeah, because my accountant says it is illegal. Oh really? Look, I don't know what your accountant says, but actually is it very, very legal. A lot of businesses are doing it, but if you do it right. Would you like to explain me exactly how it is? Like no commitment, just to let you know. Yeah, sure, please go on. Or you can go in the direction of, yeah, because like you're happy with the taxes that you're paying in Italy. Oh my God, no, I'm not happy for nothing. But, I cannot do otherwise. Really, why can you not do otherwise? You're starting to create a path toward the goal of having them say yes to no more. And remember one thing, this is crucial. Listen to me right now. This is very important. What are you selling in this phase? What is that are you selling? It's not your product. You're selling the appointment. Like, don't think about selling the product. Oh my God, you gotta come to Estonia because no. What are you selling is purely the appointment. You will think about selling the product in the appointment, but before then, you gotta only bring them to appointment. So don't try to convince them why Estonia is the right thing and you gotta do yes or yes, whether it's Estonia, your product, your service, whatever. Don't do that. What you gotta do is to create enough curiosity, enough perceived value in the call that they may think to come. So in this case, for example, look, we help you everything with Estonia, and for now we don't ask you for anything. We just offer a free complimentary call, a strategy session, where basically we take all your information and we create a playbook for you, so you know exactly what time can you expect if you want to move to Estonia, what you can do or what you cannot do, and third, what are the costs that you may go through with this package. And so you know you have a plan for everything. And after that, if you want to execute it, good. If you don't want to execute it, like it's the same. Whether you do it with us, with other people, we want to help you succeed. And in order to succeed, you need to have clarity about what you gotta do. Is that fair? Yeah, it's fair. Let's go on a call. So we are not selling the product. We are purely selling why this strategic call, your unique guidance, is helpful for them, whether they buy from you or not. Right? This is crucial, whether they buy from you or not. You gotta make it in a way that I don't even know if we can help you. Maybe we can't. Like maybe you cannot move to Estonia. Maybe there is a way like you cannot get pregnant, because we saw in the last episode about a lady help other women get pregnant when any other method fails, right? So, I mean, maybe you can't. I don't know. So why this is important? Why I'm creating a doubt? Because if you're creating a doubt, but at the same time you're providing a lot of value in a free way, they will be compelled to come if they have a pain point. And one of the biggest issues right now with sales is sales resistance. Sales resistance. Why this is important? Because if you feel that somebody's selling something to you, like your brain just shut down. It's a protection. You know when you're like, when somebody calls you and you perceive he's a sales guy, and you perceive, hey, this is Mauro Ruggieri. Hi, how are you doing, my friends? Hey, yeah, I don't want nothing, man. Click. Maybe it was your cousin. Hey, what are you doing, Mauro? Like, it's me. But you perceive that was a sales guy, so your sales resistance goes up. So what you gotta do is bring the sales resistance down. Say, hey, look, I don't know if I can help you. We help a lot of people, but maybe we can. If you want, I can give you clarity. I can give you pure strategy session. You came out from the call with a very clear playbook on how to move to Estonia, how to get pregnant, how to become a freelancer in the e-commerce world. And after that is your choice if you want to come or not. Is that fair? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do it. So this is the goal of this. Like, why are we saying this right now? Why this is important? Because here in the gap phase, what you gotta pay attention is to ask enough information to understand where they are and to create for them enough interest in order for them to be interested. You gotta find a balance. Now, you're on LinkedIn. You're not on the phone and you're not in person, you're not on a call. So the amount of move that you can make is very limited. So consider that. Like you cannot do the same thing that you're doing in a call in person. So keep it as short as possible, right? And try to map out. The first thing is, as we said, is a key differentiation question. The question that masters everything. For example, for my friend Franco of Easy Business Estonia was about, have you ever considered getting out of Italy? I'm curious. For example, for another customer, right, that was about helping executive become irreplaceable in the era of AI, because right now a lot of director VPs are getting fired, especially in US, all the middle management. A lot of people are scared that they be next. Maybe they're already getting fired, right? Or maybe they are still in the company, but like they know that something is coming. So in that case, the key differentiation question is that do you feel that right now your job is at risk during the AI era? Yes. Ooh, why is that? Yeah, get a lot of layoffs. No, to be honest, no. And why is that? Yeah, because to be honest, I'm doing this job 20 years in my industry. There are no layoffs. Really? Like, why this company? Like, is that true that this company laid off 40,000 people in the last 2 years? How's you're not considering this? Oh shit, I didn't know that. Really? Okay, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Especially directors. Really? Okay. And now you're creating a little bit of curiosity, a little bit of a doubt, but you have a yes or no. If they go yes, you ask why. You uncover the need. In all this phase, you gotta uncover the need and paint an ideal scenario. Uncover the need and paint an ideal scenario. Why you uncover the pain point and you paint a scenario? Are two different things. Because when you uncover the needs, you are discovering something that is already there. And you just need to remove all the earth, all the sand to get out this beautiful diamond that is gonna be the key for your success. You gotta find it in the dirt, right? You uncover. From the other side, you gotta paint an ideal scenario. Why is that? Because a lot of people know very well what they don't want, but they have no clue what they really want. Like, ask the people around you, what is that you want? Oh, I don't want to go broke. Say, yeah, but I didn't ask you what you don't want. I asked you what you want. I don't want to get fired. Yet about what do you want? So that movie, they said, what do you want? With Ryan Gosling. What do you want? And it's your job as a closer, as an agent of change, to paint for them as much as possible what do they want. Now, in the chat of LinkedIn, we don't have so many like options or tools in order to do that. But the key question is always, and what is your ideal scenario? Like what being a replaceable mean for you? What will be the ideal outcome that you're looking for right now? These are the questions that allows you to understand where they at. Because if they start painting and writing their ideal scenario, now it becomes real because they paint it, they can see it, they can feel it, they can hear it in their ears, and now you can work with that. You can say something like, hey, I really think that we can help you achieve the untouchability. You can become bulletproof in your industry, right? And if you want, I can give you a free 30 minutes consulting session, free 30 minutes strategy session, like the many ways you can call it, where we can give you an exact playbook of what we will do in your case. You walk out of the meeting with the exact playbook, whether you work with us or not. It's completely yours. You can execute it yourself, or you can work with us. Like we don't care. We just want to give you as much value as possible. Are you interested in that? Yeah. Okay. Boom. And we go through the third phase. So phase 2 always ends when they say yes. So if they say yes to the calendar or to the appointment, phase 2 ends and you go in phase 3. The phase 3 is basically the back and forth. You have two main options. One is Calendly, or calendar, or GoIlever calendar, or HubSpot calendar. There are many ways. It is the same content. You just send them a URL. But in some niches, it doesn't work really well. So you propose times, and usually try to propose at least 2 times. Say, will tomorrow at 7 p.m. or Friday 10 a.m. work for you? Which one of the two? And try to propose 2 times that are like not more than 2-3 days far away. Ideally, 72 hours is the maximum. I also know that we are in B2B, people are busy, but don't go over 7 days, maximum. Otherwise, people will completely forget, and when you arrive there, they will even recognize you, right? So the third thing that in like we send thousand message every few hours, basically with Say Hey, and what I realize is that a lot of industry don't want to schedule. They just want you to call them. Like this friend of ours that is a customer works in the real estate niche, and basically in this niche they drop their phone number like crazy because they're real estate guys, so like they work in their phone, right? So they don't want to schedule. They just say, hey, call me at this number. And what you got to say is just, okay, when? Give me is that today 2 p.m. is good? Yeah, today 2 p.m. is good. Boom. That's it. Sometimes it's so easy. So can be like sometimes you drop their email, and for some niches it's good. If you're speaking with a high level manager, do it. Do it via email. Why is that? Because they base all their communication via email, and they usually have an assistant. And like if he's a CEO or like high level director, blah 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 blah. Try to indicate in the email that you send them, that they already agree to do a call with you. Otherwise, they will see you as a cold email. You may say, hey, as discussed in LinkedIn, I send you the URL for scheduling a call as you agreed on LinkedIn, something like that, right? But if you can, always ask for the phone. Say, hey, your email. Like, oh, okay, good. Look, I'm a strange guy. Can you send me your phone number? Yeah, sure. Boom. So this can be a great way. So email or phone. These are the three ways for the booking. And the fourth phase about the nurturing, again, the main part is 2 touch points with some kind of video. And the easiest way is that once they schedule, you congratulate with them. You say, hey, thank you very much. I really think that you will have great value from this. I'm very glad you choose us to this session together. Don't go too crazy like, oh my God, your first step, like a big step for the man. How was that? A small step for the man, a huge step for humanity. You're amazing. Like go chill. Don't exaggerate. More you are B2C, more the people are like consumer, and more you can go there. More they are like up, and more you gotta be careful with that. You gotta balance. And also depends, it is a matter of business, it is a matter of personality. Some people, like if you're selling, I don't know, executive coaching for anxiety, you want to congratulate them. By the way, congratulate for this. Congratulations, because a lot of people deal with it for 20 years and they never seek help. I'm glad that it doesn't matter what happened in the call. I'm just happy that you did it because you don't have to go through this alone, whether we work together or not, right? Congratulate them in a proper way. Don't go too crazy. Don't go too shallow, because also a lack of enthusiasm sometimes is the killer of a deal, right? So 2 touch point, and once you congratulate, you say, I have a very important video or PDF or task or whatever for you. This is a video about how moving to Estonia, how getting pregnant, how becoming untouchable worked for other 100 people, right? Is it okay if I send you over and you watch it before our call? We ask yes. If they say yes, sure, send it over. You send a video, you send, here's the video. Please let me know once you watch it or if you have any question. Why you won't say this? Because if they tell you, I watched it, was interesting, right? Now you can expand the conversation and say, yeah, and can I ask you a question? Yeah. What was the part that was more interesting for you? Yeah, the part about that every other method for getting pregnant fails, or maybe that Italy will try to get as much money as possible during 20 years, even if you find every tax code. Really struck me and was very interesting. Okay, really. Look, since you like it, I have another question for you, another video for you. It's very short. It's like 30 seconds of one specific pain point. Or maybe if you send a shorter video, say, hey, this is a little bit longer video about the same topic. And or you can go to the task. Say, hey, look, since you like it, I would like to do something for you. Look, this is something very easy. It's going to take 30 seconds of your time. Every time you see a box of Amazon, would you be okay if you just take a quick picture if you can? So when you arrive in the call, we're going to see how this picture is going to show you an interesting detail, but I'm going to tell you in the call. Is that okay for you? Say, okay. Like, this guy's weird. They asked me to take a picture of the call. I was like, it's strange. It's a fetishist of boxes? What the fuck? So I don't know. Why are we doing this? Again, to have a nurturing phase. Now, the last part is the reminders. Reminders are crucial, right? And I know what you're thinking. You think, oh, am I gonna set up an email reminder and a text reminder, and they will never forget me? Okay, do it. But you know what is the most effective reminders of all? Consider that in our company, where we scaled to 4 million in 10 months, we were selling 2 to 3,000 programs every single month, and we're doing 400K a month with every new lead, every new customer, like zero recurring revenue. So we had a lot of calls, right? So we have to be, I don't have to be a genius in order to know this, because I used to have so many reps that you gotta make sure that people show up. And what we realize is that it's very, very interesting, is that the best follow-up, the best reminders is when you just send a message that is you. You say, hey, John, just want to let you know that in like 4 hours you have a call. I just want to confirm you that I will be there. See you then. And by the way, this is the URL. Easy. And you do the same thing 30 minutes before, and you send, hey, John, see you in 30 minutes. I'm on time. Don't worry, it's gonna be there. That's it. What I usually do is at least 2, one the day before and one like either 30 minutes before or 2 hours before. You can go up to 3. So one of the day before, like 7 p.m. the day before, something like this, 6 p.m. depends on the time zone or like whatever. 1 in the morning, say, hey, John. And by the way, a secret to this is make sure that every touch point counts. What I mean by this, the most important thing is to have as many touch points as you can where they engage with you, right? This means that if you send 50 SMS and they don't engage with you, those touch points does not count. And this is crucial because, again, you can go up to like as low as 5% show up rate. So all the job that you did before will be unnecessary, will be irrelevant. So you gotta make sure that you master this part. So one thing that I like to do is the day before to ask, hey, John, tomorrow at 7 p.m. East, we have our own call. Just want to confirm you that I will be there. By the way, did you receive the invite with the link for the Zoom? And you don't reply until the next morning. If they reply to you, you don't reply right away. You wait for 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. or like 10 a.m. in the morning. And if they say, yes, I got it, or no, I didn't, what you can do is like, okay, amazing, John. This is the URL. You can log in with Zoom, blah, 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 blah. Tell me if you have any problem with that. See you later. And 30 minutes before, you send them a message and you send them, hey, John, see you in 30 minutes. That's it. And use natural language. Use a way that they feel that it is not a bot. Because if it's a bot, their brain will completely ignore it. Like completely. Like SMS, you have a call in 30 minutes. Yeah, of course, but sometimes they get more annoyed. You can use 1 or 2 automatic reminders, but use more in natural language reminders, right? Why the 30 minutes message is so important? Because that is the point where you eliminate 90% of the late people, the people arrive late, people that cancel last minute because maybe they forgot, because maybe they are late from a call. But if you wait and if you send a message 30 minutes before, I can guarantee you that your show up rate will increase a lot. It's crazy. We tried a lot of things, right? So yeah, I mean, these are the 4 phases. And I think that the last thing that I would like to say about these 4 phases is that make sure at the beginning to do as many manual labor as possible. What I mean by that, try to be you answering the messages, and to don't delegate immediately to like an appointment setter, to a software like that. Well, you can delegate to us because we're going to do all the job for you. So we're going to create a strategy, we're going to do everything. But if you delegate to a company that just give you the software, but you don't know what people are going to reply, usually it doesn't work very well. So before to delegate, usually, unless again, like, I'm not like selling us, I'm just saying that we solve the problem because a lot of people has it. That's as straight as possible. By the way, do you really think that I will be selling in a course about selling? I will never do it. Don't do it. I'm joking. So try to do it. Try to see what people reply to you. And after that, you can delegate. This is very important. So this is the short script. This is the short script. This is like 4 phases. And this is a little bit straightforward. It's more natural. Let's go to the next one. This is more complex. And we're not gonna we're not gonna go so deep in it, but I really want to give you what the pros do. Like if you want to go into a pure pro conversation and have a team of appointment setter that is working for you, this is what we measure, right? So phase 1 is the same. So is let's say it stops at the first message. When the reply, the phase 1 is gone. Phase 2 is the question phase. So in this case, is the discovery phase. We just want to ask questions. Hey, by the way, why you're thinking about Estonia? Or like, why you never thought about Estonia? Blah, blah, blah. You ask 3 to 5 questions. And at one point, you transition into a pitch. By the way, can I tell you why moving to Estonia has been the #1 choice for tech startups in Italy? Yeah, sure, go on. And when you have this transition statement, you go from phase 2 to phase 3. And in phase 3 is the pitch. And usually in the pitch, you gotta explain the why, the how, and the what. So usually 3 messages. So why usually people go to Estonia? Because in Italy, as you know, blah, 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 the taxation, you explain why this makes sense. Am I wrong? With a name. Am I wrong, Mauro? Am I wrong, John? Am I wrong, Christian? No, absolutely. You're right. We just spoke about it. Oh, yeah. That's why we build a system. Always speak about system and concept. Don't speak about your solution, your product. The system, the reasoning behind is the how. That's why we build a system that not only allow you to be in a different places paying less taxes, but also to be extremely compliant with Italy and doesn't have to worry about anything about Italy. Will not be bad, right? We also ask questions. This is called tag question. A tag question is when you reinforce the concept that you already make. It's not a question where you're asking a yes or no. It's more a question where you confirm what you already said, but in a formal question. It's called tag question, right? Will not be bad, right, Mauro? Like, yeah, of course. And the third part is the what. And the what includes exactly what the what basically is explaining what you guys offer. So, and remember, what are we selling in this phase? We're selling the appointment, not the product. Don't sell the product, right? So what we offer usually to give clarity is a 30-minute call where a founder, a tech founder, a startup founder can go with experts like us, have a very complete playbook about what you can do and you cannot do in Estonia, what are the pros and the cons, so you can take a better decision with your team, with your executives, having a clear playbook in the hands, whether we work or not, whether we work together or not. Would you like to do a call with us and see this? Okay. Yeah, maybe. So you explain the why, the how, and the what. If this, like in a one point, once you propose the call, now we go in the getting to yes phase. Because maybe right now they say, I'm not sure. You already propose a call. So you already, let's say, ask for the close, because in this case, the close is the appointment. So you're ready to say, ask for the close. And right now, you have for sure objection to handle, like uncertainty, and maybe say, yeah, look, I don't know, I'm not about calls. You say, yeah, really, look, is that because you have bad experiences with other people like us before? Oh, no, absolutely, it's the first time. Oh, really? And like maybe it's not a priority for you now. Yeah, it's not a priority, and you will now understand that the pain point maybe is that they're not considering a priority. So you can reinforce their sales part and say, hey, by the way, do you know that right now in Italy, they're about to approve a new law that asks every startup to have 20% more taxes? What? Really? Oh yeah, it's true. I'm making it up. I don't know. But you're selling to the specific objection. Or maybe say, yeah, I'm interested, but can you tell me more here? Yeah, sure. Which part are you more interested about? Oh, the part about how you can be compliant, like gaining out of Italy, because my accountant said it is illegal. Oh, look, it's very easy. Italy simply says that you can do it, but you got to do it in a U.S. state and not in Dubai because ta 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 ta, right? And remember, you got to give them enough information that you solve the objection, but not like all the playbook right away. Otherwise, they're not going to come in the call. Remember, you are selling the call. You're not selling the product. So, so let's go here again. So this is the phase, and this phase ends. We lost it. Okay, this phase ends, guess what? When they say yes. And when they say yes, we go into the phase 5. And the phase 5 is appointment booking. That basically is like very similar to the last phase, the phase 3 of the last system. And in this phase, it's very easy because you just go back and forth with the 3 method that you have. That is about you use a Calendly, or you propose times via chat, or you get an email or a phone to move the conversation in another place. So this is going to be the same, the appointment booking. And also here, you have the phase 6, that is the nurturing. So same thing, you send them to 4 piece of content or task or question in order to nurture them and give them a lot of material, a lot of stuff to think about it, to improve the perception of you and increase the value that you give up front. Because remember, one of the law of persuasion by Robert Cialdini is reciprocity. If I give something to you, you feel obligated to give something to me. And they did a study where even a small, a small candy at a restaurant that maybe is worth like 10 cents, given as free, as not part of the service to a customer, increase like the tip amount by 20 or 30%. Maybe it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks more just because I can't give like 10 cents. So it's completely misaligned. You feel obligated to give back, right? So it's important to give them as much value as possible. And the phase 7 is the part that is very, very crucial. That is the day before confirmation. So when you have a lot of appointment, what you want to do is to handle this part very carefully. So in this part, from 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. of the day before, we do all, as we said in the last system, a very sophisticated list of follow-ups and reminders in order to make sure that 1, they show up in the call, and 2, they show up with the decision maker, right? And we're not going to go too much detail on this, but the difference is that in a lot of industries, this is the place where you lose a lot of people because maybe they reschedule, they forget. So you want to make sure that if they want to reschedule, if they are not sure, if they don't have enough information, from the day before. They need to confirm you that they will be there. By the way, don't ask for a confirmation. Like, hear me about this. Never ask, are you going to be there tomorrow? Don't ask there, because this implicitly says that you're not sure if they will be there, right? Don't do that. Just say, look, I confirm you that I will be there tomorrow at 7 p.m., okay? What does it mean? That if you're not sure, you tell me right away, even if I confirm or not. And from the other end, I'm just saying that everything is confirmed, nothing changes, right? So this implies that it's all good. Everything is confirmed. But in the other way, you're implying that maybe there is an option to get out, because they know that the level of interest that they have is going to be less than yours. They know it. So this is, pay close attention to this. And now for this, we can do like a 30 hours video only on this specific part with all the scripts or whatever. But you now know, you now have the script of the pros. Like, these scripts sold tens and tens of millions with the one we sold it directly, or the people we consulted, right? So is very important. Now, wrapping up. We saw that for chat selling or appointment setting, what is the goal? The goal is to sell the appointment. Do not sell the product. The simple way is 4 phases. Phase 1, we reach out, first message. Phase 2 is the gap phase, where we try to understand where they are and where they want to be. The gap is between these two. And when they say, let's do it, we go into the appointment booking phase. We go back and forth. And the fourth part is nurturing. So we try to send at least one piece of content. And the complex or the complete is 7 phases that we just saw now that are here, right? Now, very important. A big question a lot of people ask is that, Mauro, how fast should I reply? And this is crucial. Ideally, from 60 seconds to 5 minutes. So 1 to 5 minutes, that's a sweet spot. Because if you always reply right away, you give like the idea of a bot. But 1 to 5 minutes, and sometimes you get low as 3 minutes, because in our system we have like the system automatically generates a random time, so randomly replies from like 30 seconds to 6 minutes, depends. We saw that you get close to 3 minutes. That's the best sweet spot, 1 to 3 minutes. Why is that? Because you catch them in the same moment that they have interest for you, right? After 1 hour, they forgot about it. Now, in some time, in the nurturing phase, on the confirmation phase, you want to delay the touch points, because if you do 5 touch points in 3 hours, and for 2 days there is no touch point, you're losing the connection with them. So maybe you want like 3 touch points, but once a day. Boom, boom, boom. So this is important. Another thing that I would like to mention, to give you, like, I'm here to serve you and to give you as many value as possible. What I think that is really important here is try to always mirror them in somehow. What I mean by this is that if they say, look, I don't know if this thing about Estonia is for me, man. I just think it's too expensive. You can mirror their words. Is that, do you think it's too expensive? Yes. Now I'm using your exact same words. So always try to have an empathy part. Like, usually if you want to create the best message out there, you have 3 parts. Part 1 is always empathy statement. What I mean by this is that I feel you. Oh, that's interesting. Or maybe mirror, like, yeah, do you think that it's too expensive? If they say it's too expensive. So a part that is creating empathy with what they just said. A second part that is the body, and maybe say, first part, do you think it's too expensive? Empathy statement. The body is about Look, in our experience, we saw that 70% of the companies that moved to Estonia with us didn't consider it as a priority either. And they thought was too expensive too. Dot. This is the body. And always the last part is the call to action. Every message like this, whether it's long, short, and the call to action can be, can I show you one of those customers? Sure. Or like, can I give you the number of a customer of ours so you can ask in your same industry? Yes. So a call to action. So if you want to make a great message, all we have even a very short empathy, a very short body, a very short call to action, right? This will make the best message out there. Now, for this part is everything, and I'm sure that you guys will have a lot of question about this part. I understand. What I really want you to do is to reach out to me. We have a chat in the course. Ask me any question that you want, so I can solve any issue that you may have. Now, for this section is all. We see you in the next one.